looking for two people who they say robbed a mini-mart, then pulled a gun when they were confronted. Police just released this surveillance video from November 24th robbery of the Sunoco gas station that's on North 33rd Street. Police said the suspects came in wearing ski masks. One of them was wearing a hoodie with a distinctive graphic on the back. Police said the pair stole $40 worth of merchandise and then drove off in a late model four-door Honda.
Police are on the scene of a disturbing crime where a woman, we're told, was decapitated inside of a home. We know someone is in custody at this hour.
Action News reporter Annie McCormick is live along the 300 block of McGee with the details tonight. Annie.
Yeah, Rick and Shari, police describing this as a gruesome crime scene. Homicide detectives and members of the crime scene unit have been inside the home for about an hour. What we do know is, according to neighbors, they say that the suspect actually fled but was apprehended when police went inside of that home behind me. That is where they discovered a woman dead. Now let's take a look at this video from Chopper 6 HD and also from the ground. Police confirmed that a call came in reporting a stabbing at this home in the 300 block of McGee. That was around 12:45 this afternoon. The call came from a relative inside of the home. Now, police say a female victim was found stabbed inside the home. She was stabbed so severely that she was decapitated. Now, neighbors tell us the man who they believe to be the suspect has a history of disturbances that police responded to in the past.
Nothing has ever happened like this on our block, you know? We're all so close with one another. We all know each other. We all talk to one another.
I'm sure you heard many times before. This neighborhood, it's always a nice, quiet neighborhood, and it is. It's a good neighborhood.
And Jenny, there's just no other way to put it. It's horrific.
Absolutely horrifying, Jason and Sheba. And tonight, as you mentioned, 34-year-old Ahmad Sharif is in police custody, facing several charges, including murder, possession of an instrument of crime, and abuse of corpse.
I'm not surprised. That house is terrible. It's a house of horrors.
Neighbors not surprised, but deeply saddened to hear that a 41-year-old woman who police say lived at this home on the 300 block of McGee Avenue was gruesomely murdered, decapitated. Her body found lying on the kitchen floor around 12:45 this afternoon.
The adults in that house are completely unhinged, and the man who did the decapitation, he is, I would say, the most unhinged of them all.
Philadelphia police say 34-year-old Ahmad Sharif was taken into custody about 5 or 6 blocks away from the scene. Investigators are calling this a domestic homicide. Neighbors say the man is known for his lewd, bizarre, and at times threatening behavior.
I get home and he's just standing there, like, doing circles, talking to himself.
He exposed his genitals to my sister and her family.
Nija Richardson says the woman killed has always been treated poorly.
I've never seen her with shoes on her feet. I've never seen her with a coat on. She's taking out the trash. She's raking up the leaves.
The older I got, like, the more I could see something was wrong in that house. Like, there are young girls in that house, and I don't know what they've had to endure their whole lives.
Police say there weren't any children around at the time of the murder, but there was a witness who helped police identify the suspect and make an arrest quickly. Neighbors say the situation is devastating.
They have beautiful daughters. They have a beautiful family. It's just a shame that this would have happened to.
This afternoon, police have identified the woman who was brutally murdered and decapitated inside her Lawndale home. Her husband now faces murder charges. Eyewitness News reporter Ryan Hughes is live at police headquarters with the latest. Good afternoon, Ryan.
Siafa, good afternoon. Police tell us they recovered a knife at the scene not long after that suspect was taken into custody. They also say that 41-year-old victim and the suspect were married, and police are calling this a domestic homicide. 34-year-old Ahmad Sharif is charged with murder, accused of brutally killing his wife, 41-year-old Layla Al-Rahil, inside their home on McGee Avenue in the city's Lawndale neighborhood. Police say she was found decapitated Tuesday afternoon on the kitchen floor.
Pretty much a lot of disbelief that can happen in our neighborhood.
Sharif is now locked up behind bars after police say they tracked him down about 6 blocks from the home, hiding in the bushes, and a knife was recovered from the scene. Neighbors tell CBS 3 several adults and children live in this home, and police are calling this a case of domestic violence.
It makes me speechless. But I think that cases such as this give people pause and kind of self-reflect of, am I in that situation?
Joanna Otero Cruz is the executive director of Women Against Abuse. She says domestic violence spikes around the holidays and wants people to know there are resources to help you in a dangerous situation.
1 in 4 women experience domestic violence, 1 in 10 men. So the reality is that people are experiencing domestic violence every day.
In this case, police have not released a motive, but neighbors say they believe there were mental health issues and tell us there have been ongoing problems at this home and a history of domestic issues. Neighbor Joe Eichler says police started circulating flyers Wednesday after the grisly crime.
He was dropping off a flyer saying that anybody who was concerned and have problems with neighbors, they should be calling the police.
And the district attorney's office says that Sharif is now being held without bail. This afternoon, if you believe that you may be in an abusive relationship or a violent relationship, there is help out there. We have
Good evening here tonight. Well, the employees inside this Verizon store, I can tell you they were definitely shaken up, but not otherwise hurt. As you mentioned, this armed robbery unfolded just before closing here on Monday night. And police tell me that it was a decoy type of phone with tracking technology that helped catch these crooks. And that happened in just over an hour in Philadelphia, an hour and a half after this armed robbery. Skyforce 10 over Northern Liberties Monday night after a brief police pursuit. Watch as several suspected thieves are caught. One of them even pulled out from underneath a pickup truck where he was hiding.
Without Philadelphia PD's help, we wouldn't have caught the suspects.
The arrests played out about an hour after Voorhees police say 4 men stormed this Route 73 Verizon phone store, taking employees by surprise, shoving them all into a back room.
And they duct taped them to metal chairs. And as they did that, they had a safe opened. And as the safe was opened, they gathered all the merchandise that was in the safe. No cash, but it was all merchandise.
They were dressed in dark clothing, head to toe.
Hoodies were up over their head, and they had gaiters or masks up over their nose, so you only could see their eyes.
As Voorhees PD responded to help the employees,
very visibly shaken up because of the 2 guns that were displayed.
Their dispatch got a call from a company Verizon employees alerting them they were tracking a stolen decoy tracker phone.
It's kind of like a tracker inside a money bundle if someone robs a bank.
It gave police exact coordinates of the thieves' movements across the bridge into PA.
But they were tracking it in live time. And as they were tracking it, they actually called and got a hold of Philadelphia Police Department.
Detective Chris Tomasco says he's glad 3 of the 4 crooks are off the street. He says they are a known ring that has hit before all over our region.
They hit in Deptford, Pennsville, and I believe they hit a store on South Street in Philadelphia.
His advice to everyone this holiday shopping season:
be aware of your surroundings. Always be aware of your surroundings. Get your head out of your phone.
Police were able to track the suspects to Philadelphia from South Jersey. 1 suspect did get away, so 1 remains at large. But let's get to video, and you can see the police on the scene in Northern Liberties, 5th and Fairmount. This is where it all ended. State police and Philadelphia police on the scene after 3 of the suspects were caught. The 4th still on the run. Canines were brought in. This all started around 9 p.m. at a Verizon store in Voorhees Township. Police say 4 men entered the store on Route 73. They were armed. They made off with $30,000 to $40,000 worth of cash and electronics. 1 device had a tracker, and that helped police follow the car, a sedan with Florida plates, tracking that sedan across state lines into Philadelphia. Philadelphia police also raised their helicopter using infrared to help catch the suspects. When the vehicle got to Northern Liberty,
search continues for the person who police say shot and killed a 20-year-old man in Kensington. This is Chopper 3 above the scene along the 800 block of Willard Street last night. Police say the victim was shot in the back and stomach just after 7 o'clock and was rushed to the hospital where he later died. So far, no word about the victim's identity or a motive. Breaking news that we want to get to you right now. This is a man shot in North Philadelphia. This is a live shot of the scene right now. Our photographer just arriving there. This is along the 3700 block of North Broad Street. Again, these are live images as police have just gotten to the scene. They say the shooting happened around 5:15 this morning outside of the Erie Dollar Plus store. They say the victim was shot in the neck and was unresponsive. Officers say the shooter ran from the scene. So far, no word yet about a motive for that shooting, but of course, as we get additional details, we'll pass them along.
Philadelphia police hope someone recognizes one of the people in this surveillance video. On Friday morning, police say one of the two fired a gun into a car at 23rd and Popular. They left the area in a pickup truck. Luckily, no one was hurt. However, Philadelphia police want to get these two off the streets.
Shocking video showing a gunman accused of ambushing a Philadelphia Parking Authority officer in daylight.
Now, Philadelphia police hope you can help them find who pulled the trigger. Eyewitness News reporter Jasmine Pate is live at Temple University Hospital, where the officer is undergoing treatment. Good morning, Jasmine.
Good morning, Jim. Janelle, as you mentioned, that officer is recovering here at Temple University Hospital after being critically injured in a brazen shooting. And we now have surveillance video of that incident. Take a look at this. This is the man police say they are searching for. It shows him walking up to the Parking Authority enforcement officer at Frankfort Avenue near Orthodox Street on Friday. The officer was writing tickets at the time when the man shoots him at point-blank range. We stopped the video before the shooting. It's unclear if writing tickets had anything to do with the shooting, but detectives said they are working with the parking authority, reviewing the names of those who recently received tickets in that area as well. They do believe the 37-year-old victim was targeted. Now, back here live at Temple University Hospital, family, friends, and co-workers of the victim are praying for a full recovery. In the meantime, police need your help identifying that suspect. Anyone with information is asked to contact them. We're live at Temple University Hospital. Jasmine, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.